Hey there everybody, welcome to my newest 60. These deck tech videos are, of course, where you are going to find out exactly what cards I'm running and basic strategies for how to run them, how we're going to be taking them out, winning some serious games with these things. This deck in particular is a lot of fun. It's mostly towards the fun side of things. I wanted to go really crazy with it. Prometheus has been down in the comments begging me for a spider spawning deck for a long time. Your pleas have not gone unheard. I just hate spider spawning. So I wanted to put it together in the most fun way possible for me, which is stupid. And so that's what I went with. But this deck is weirdly good. It's mostly stupid, but weirdly good. So we can go down here and look at some of this bullshit, but it's like control. Actually, I completely agree on control because there are no removal spells at all on here. But the important thing to look at here is 23 creatures, 16 other spells, but we do have 3 raise the alarms in there, so that's important to note as well. And then we have 21 lands, which I hem and hawed about. I'm so nervous about those lands. I only played a couple of matches to test this out before I got those lands kind of locked down, so I am a little worried about that. There are some tweaks that you can make for personal preference, and if you wanted to put 22, 23 lands in there, you absolutely could. It just allowed us more room to put stupid cards in so that I can do fun shit, so we'll see what happens. We do have ways to get land out there as well, so hopefully that works out. 3 1-drops, 7 2-drops, 11 3-drops, 6 4-drops, 8 5-drops, and 4 cards that are 6+. You can see, though, that when we go through the deck that we do have a lot of cards that help us get mana out. So the curve is a little sketchy here, but it actually works out pretty well. I'm pretty happy with it. And then the color distribution is always bullshit, so we don't really pay too much attention to that. Just gonna scan through these real quickly. I was getting some comments just to kind of give you a precursor there to kind of look at what you're gonna have in store. But we're going to start off with 3 Cloud Shifts. These, of course, are some of my favorite cards. They help you avoid removal. They abuse enter the battlefield effects. I've loved Cloud Shift for a very long time, and since they put one of my favorite standard cards, Craterhoof Behemoth, into this format, I had to kind of resurrect my Craterhoof Behemoth Cloud Shift deck. If they gave me some Acidic Slimes, we would be all over the place. I'd be so happy. 2 1/1 white soldier creature tokens from Raise the Alarm sounds like a pretty good thing for this deck, so we're going to run 3 of those. 1 Brimaz, because he's Brimaz. You just read that thing. It's pretty good. We have Mentor the Meek, 2 of, because that's all we're allowed to have. Mentor the Meek is really good in this deck. I originally fought putting him in, but the card draw is just so damn powerful from him, because like everything we have is... For that early game when we would be utilizing him, almost everything we have is low on that card draw, so that's a thing. Is low enough power-wise in order for you to trigger the card draws, what I should have said. But Attended Knight, we're going to run 4 of those because we took out the walls. You might notice that the walls are gone now. Attended Knight's what's going to help us lock down that early game so that we can get to the mid game, because this is more of a mid-range deck. You really want to be powerful in the mid to early late game. You don't want to get to like 12 where people are dropping a big fat dude that'll just obliterate this deck. So Attended Knight's going to help us get to that mid-range that we've been talking about. Phantom General's really nice. It's going to give +1/+1. This is a spider spawning deck, so that is pretty important to have in here. Viscera Dragger is kind of my own take on it. This is a sweet card because it just works so well with Craterhoof Behemoth. For an extra 2, you can pop him out of the ground and have him do whatever you want. You can cycle him into the yard instant speed to pump a spider spawning that you're casting just to get like kind of tricky. I don't know, just be kind of an asshole, I guess. I don't know. Turn 4. You can cycle and unearth them all at once, so you get like 3 damage haste and a card. I really like Viscera Dragger. We need cards that allow us to draw a lot of cards. This allows us to kind of cycle through and has extra tricks, and it really gels with the rest of the deck in a very fun and interactive ways, so I do like having that guy in here. Shadowborn Demon, a lot of you are going to be shocked that I put Shadowborn Demon in here, but he is a dude that does things. He's a stupid card. I really wanted to run him. I thought it'd be fun. He almost always kills himself, but every once in a while he'll just get rid of some tokens and shit and be able to go across the field and punch our opponents in the face for 5, as well as killing one of their creatures. And that's the only removal in the entire pile is Shadowborn Demons. That's kind of important. We also were able to just sneak in an Indulgent Tormentor. I love Indulgent Tormentor. This is card draw, it's denial, it's sadness, all wrapped into a 5/3 flying body. That evasion from the flying is super important in this deck, so I really do love Indulgent Tormentor. Rescue from the Underworld, which really has only gone off like once for me, but it's such a good damn card that if I have Wayfinder in a deck, I really want Rescue from the Underworld in there as well. So Rescue from the Underworld all day, we've got 3 of those, so these are some one-ofs. Most of our bombs are one-ofs. Shiharazazel's Zoodle Dude is, she's whispering to us that we should run 9 of them, but we only get to run 1. She's awesome. I went back and forth because she doesn't super gel with this deck, considering we don't even have the choice to not bring your creature back from the graveyard. She really doesn't get along well with spider spawning. She sure as hell gets along well with Craterhoof Behemoth, though, so because it's not only bolstering our ranks, but it's thinning their ranks for the trample damage. But Craterhoof, the thing that I keep forgetting is that if you have 5 creatures out or 4 creatures out and you cast Craterhoof, you probably fucking won. Like, it's a pretty good time. Like, they all get +5. They're all huge. You know, Craterhoof's a pretty good guy. Always keep in mind how much damage you're going to be doing with that Craterhoof play. She's really good, though. One of her Runescar Demon's going to allow us to get Craterhoof, going to allow us to get this one. It's also a 6/6 with evasion as well. You know, it doesn't go without saying that this girl has Swamp Walk as well, which is pretty damn important when you think about it. I mean, Swamp Walk, pretty big deal, of course, meaning it can't be blocked if our opponents have a swamp on the field. It hasn't come up for me, but that is worth pointing out. I mean, that's pretty useful. Runescar Demon's awesome. It's going to get us another card. Wayfinder's going to find us a way to put some mana on the field. With only 21 down here, I think he's going to be pretty important. I also think that having all 4 cultivates is important. I usually cut cultivates down to 3, but with only 21 lands, I want to keep them out there. Spider spawning, we have the full 3 of. Love the flashback cost. We can utilize that. It's just an all-around good time. Oh, the other thing, the flashback is counterable because it reads... Do you have more info on here if you want to look at it? Flashback is counterable because it says it's cast from the owner's graveyard, okay? By playing the flashback cost. But, if we go back here, these are not counterable because they're abilities. So, well, but the cycling and the unearth. So that's kind of cool. That's just something worth pointing out. Only 1 Pelican Worm. I love Pelican Worm so goddamn much. I would really like to have 3 of them in here, but... You know, I want to have some fun with shit like Indulgent Tormentor and Shadow. But you could take Indulgent Tormentor out and put... I mean, you could take both these out and have all 3 of them. I did try running the card draw Elf, which is Elvish Visionary, but I didn't really need it too much. So we went ahead and just took that out altogether, and that's what allowed me to put in the fun things like Shadowborn and Indulgent Tormentor. Hopefully they just do funny stuff while we're playing, but if you wanted to put in more Pelican Worms, I would totally get behind that. It would actually make this deck a lot better. It would give it a lot more ways to, you know, because these guys are going to have a better chance of throwing a Pelican Worm in the yard. Pelican Worm interacts with Rescue from the Underworld. Pelican Worm interacts with Cloud Shift. It's already got Trample. It's a big fat dude. 3 Pelican Worms will certainly kill him. But it's a good card. If you wanted to run this a little bit more seriously than I do this week, I would probably pop these 2 guys out and put 2 more of those in there. But we have 1 Craterhoof Behemoth as well. He is the star of this deck, even though it's a spider spawning deck. He's going to come out and just hang out with us and be like, hey, I'm Craterhoof Behemoth, how's it going? And we're going to be like, really good, Craterhoof Behemoth. Really good. I'm sad that his flavor text isn't down here, though. Flavor text is dumb. Oh, God. I'm pretty sure his flavor text is what got me into Magic the Gathering. But, back in. Anyway, you guys. That's what really sucked me in. I was like, wow, they're really pulling out little stops. That's Nest, but for the lands. And the lands are broke down in a really janky, shitty way. I don't know what I'm doing with this. But I do have 4 plains, 2 swamp. The 2 swamp are because the highest amount of swamps I need are 2. I have 4 cultivates, so I can always get the 2 swamps that I need. Every time. Cultivate 2 swamps. You know, not that I get the 2 swamps instantaneously with the cultivate, but that's why I would never go below 2, because if I have something I need to cast and to cultivate, I want to be able to get it. So 2 swamps, 4 plains, 5 forests, and then 4 Selesnya Guildgate, 3 Golgari, and 3 Orzhov. So that's going to be this deck. This deck is actually really fun. It's got a lot going on for it. It's a whole thing. I don't know. We're going to try and find a match here and see if we can get a win, hopefully, going here to kind of debut this deck. It doesn't have super complex strategies. You really just gotta remember Craterhoof Behemoth. And last week, I was taught a painful yet valuable lesson that I once again, I've been away from Magic for a long time. I wasn't paying attention to what mana I needed to have. So I was taught once again that you need to be really cautious of having, when you're able to search for mana, you need to be really cautious in being able to go through there and find exactly what you need. And we need 3 green is the maximum amount of green that we need. 2 black and 2 white is kind of what we're always looking at. This is really stupid, and I love it so much. Oh my god, this is dumb. Oh, fuck yeah, I'll do this. Because I can, cloud shift this, and then, maybe, and then, who knows? I don't know. This is so stupid. I love it. I wish I went first, though. That'd be really awesome. Hey, and then I'm just pulling out that Cultivate, and I'll be able to play the Cultivate because Wayfinder's down there. So we're doing a little bit of work right now, you guys. Be honest with you, unless Wayfinder fails to find, which would suck balls. Oh, shit. Never mind. I'm really fucked right now, actually. That's a big problem for me. That guy's a big problem. I need a Wayfinder immediately because I need to get this land. So like I was saying, we want to get our lands out as quickly as possible. We got a slow land, which sucks balls. Brimaz would be amazing out here, though. We can unearth our 3/3 to try and attack him. But see, the slow land is what I worry about more than anything with this deck. And I wanted to change the land more, but I was really nervous about it. I would like to take most of these guild gates out and just kind of have them separated in a better way. It's a possibility that I might be able to raise the alarm and just kill this guy's 2/2 there. You should attack with the 2. Yeah, there we go. I've been able to do that before, but we'll have to see what happens. I'll take the 3 and go to 17. This is going to be a really fast deck, and if I can't slow it down, I'm going to be in a lot of trouble. I don't have time to cultivate because I have to... Well, I guess I will when that untaps. I'm really hoping that I can raise the alarm and kill this Goblin Rabblemaster. If not, I'm going to be in a lot of trouble. I want to see him tap down that red so that I don't have to worry about... Well, technically I need to see him tap down both. It's not good. Rabblemaster did do his thing, so we'll raise the alarm. I'm going to triple block this Rabblemaster. It's really unfortunate. Because that shock would have fucked me up. Mentor of the Meek's not good. That's not good for me. Do I have anything insane that I can really get out there? No. I mean, Brimaz would be nice, but he's not gonna, destroy the world. 1, 2, 3 from the spider spawning. I mean, I just start casting spider spawning, though. That's what's up. The 2/2 is gonna start getting to me, but... I could take 8 right here. Okay, I'm not. It's not good, though. I'm not exactly excited. I just gotta start casting spider spawning and hoping I can get something going here. That 2/2 first striker is a real pain in the ass. Really need this Brimaz out there. This is really unfortunate because I can't even take advantage of the card draw. Take 4 here. I am in so much trouble right now. I could take 6, actually. I have to block the 2/2. I don't have a choice. But you gotta assume that he has Pump. This is a really bad deck to go up against. Just really fast. I I mean, we might be able to wiggle our way out of this, but I'm not super hopeful because I'm so low and this guy's red that if he just has one Banefire, one Blaze, I am super screwed. Rescue from the Underworld would allow me to get Brimaz out, but I can't take the time to cast it. Armored Ascension, I just lost. Go figure. Wonder why that took so long. Wow, Armored Ascension's a real son of a bitch, I'll tell you that. It doesn't actually matter, just let him come. Well, that sucked. That didn't really demo the strategy at all either, did it? It was just kind of like, hey, I'm just going to get my ass beat here. It did kind of show off what the deck has in it, though, so hopefully that'll whet your appetite for all the amazing victories in the days to come. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed the 60. Let me know what you think about the cards that I'm taking into battle down below. Be sure to give your own opinions and help anybody out who's trying to brew a similar deck. I would really appreciate that. Thanks again, and I'll see you all tomorrow.